Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this video. Time to dive into the book.
Hello, this is Jessica with On a Stack of Books, and today's video is my weekly wrap-up. So this week has been a good reading week. I did finish the Song of Achilles. We finished the Song of Achilles, Nicky and I. This was our buddy read. And it was great. It was a very enjoyable read. I would say 3.5 stars, which is very good. And I have not read the Iliad in many years. So this was like all new information for the most part. Nicky had read it a little bit more recently, so it was helpful in discussions as we were talking about things and our thoughts going along, but really good. I enjoy all of the characters. There's a lot of characters, the gods and the mortals, and how they're all woven into each other, and the gods like to stir up drama and all of the stuff. And it's not so many characters that it's confusing, so it was a good read. I really enjoyed it. Then we are still chugging along on our audio miles with Memoirs of a Geisha. I am about 84% complete now, and I've gotten some really good walks in with this. I have managed to, but it's mostly been little things, because little elliptical, little walk here, little walk there, and just all adding up. It's just been weather and one thing, I don't know. And it's a long book. I honestly need to look up exactly how long, because I think the other two were around 9 or 10 hours. This might be, I want to say like 13 or 15, somewhere around there. But, and the twists and turns just keep coming. Like, I think that I have it sort of figured out, or her life seems to be, the story seems to be coming to an end. And there's just, I still have about, about 25%-ish, not really. But I still have a good chunk to go, and it feels like it should be wrapping up, but things keep changing. And so, I still really love it. I'm still enjoying it. I haven't finished it, but I would say that this is going to be a 5-star, unless the ending just completely takes a weird turn. But loving this. So, okay. And then I do want to say, because this is the one where we're supposed to be walking while we're listening and doing, but I know a lot of people are gardening. They're doing a lot of, and I think because it's the season and it's hot and you're just trying to fit everything in, and it's a long book. So this is May and June. So doing good on this one. And then I started on this first Doc Ford book by Randy Wayne White. I am about halfway through. It's very lukewarm for me. It's very meh. I could take it or leave it. I think I really wanted to like this. And I realized I had another one of his books. Because it's set in Florida, and I definitely get the Florida vibe from reading it. I get the whole being on the water, being around when you live here and you're a year-round person, people that are on vacation and tourists. That's just a part of our community, and it's there. So you get that in the book. You get a good sense of sort of that laid-back lifestyle that he's trying to go for, being this marine biologist. But doesn't seem to be a lot of character development. They're just very one-dimensional or shallow, it seems. Like I just can't, nothing's grabbing me. I can't really get into it. He's likable enough, but there's nothing, I couldn't really describe him to you. However, he had a relationship when he was doing his, ex whatever he used to do. I can't think of it right now. And he had a love interest, and I guess he really, loved her, and that didn't work out. And so he's like, I don't really want to, date anybody. And it just seems like these women are kind of left and right throwing themselves at him. And it's like, it's kind of an eye roll. It's just, I don't know, like I can't, And then this girl that is interested in him and he's interested in her, but they're kind of just taking it slow, but I don't know. And this is just sort of a pet peeve of mine, but sometimes dialogue can win you over and sometimes it can lose you. And so she's interested in him romantically and she hasn't seen him for a while, and they meet up. And so she says, "Hey kid, where you been?" And I read that and I was just like I don't like that term. If one adult is speaking to another adult, and especially if it's like a romantic, I don't like that term. Like, I wouldn't like it. I'm sorry. I wouldn't use that. I wouldn't say that to, and so I don't know why. I don't know why that just sits weird with me, but I don't like it. And so when I read that, I was like, that's so weird. So I'm not into it. I'm going to try to push through. It's the first book. Maybe the second book is better. Maybe it gets better. I don't know. So right now I'm like, I'm not loving it. What I am loving is Lonesome Dove. By far, right now, this is my favorite. I'm about 250 pages in, and it is such an easy read. It just sucks you in. The characters, Gus. So I remember why I love the movie so much, but it was so long ago that I saw it that I don't remember all the little details. And so I'm really enjoying the story and just going along for the ride, kind of. But our main character's Augustus, and his business partner is Woodrow, and they are called Woodrow, Cal, and then Augustus. And so they've known each other for years. They've worked together for a long time, but they very different personalities. Gus is this very laid back, doesn't take life too seriously, and sort of just a happy guy. Like he looks for the humor in things, he lightens things up, and he's always kind of joking around, and he talks a lot. And Cal is very serious, and he doesn't like to talk a lot, and he is driven by work, and he wants to work, and he wants to be productive, and he doesn't want to sit around and talk. And so they are just complete opposites. And then the town of Lonesome Dove that they're in, it's like on the border, it's Texas and on the border of Mexico, and so there's a lot of crossover between the two, but it's a very small town. It's there's not a lot of people, there's not a lot of things that are too exciting happening, and so as the people come in and out of the town, you get a lot of new characters coming and going, and their stories, and it's just fascinating. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I think I will blow through this really quickly, but I'm just enjoying it. I'm just taking my time, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So this is a favorite right now. And then I realized for my in-person book club, my book that I ordered showed up, and I was like, ooh, I need to start reading that because we meet in 2 weeks, I think. And that is The Museum of Extraordinary Things. And this is by Alice Hoffman. And I feel like I had a book by Alice Hoffman, Ice Queen or Ice Princess or something like that. And I don't think I kept it. I think I put it in a library. I don't know that I read it, or it's somewhere around here on one of these shelves. But this is about this girl, Coralie, and her father runs the Coney Island Freak Show. Yep. Yeah, Coney Island Freak Show. And she is the mermaid in this show. She's a good swimmer, and so she's in the show. And so I think that this is going to be sort of we're going to get a glimpse of like the underbelly of this lifestyle, and maybe like weird, interesting, creepy, hard to look away from kind of situation. And then she meets a man that she fancies, and somehow he is linked to a girl that disappears. And so I think it's going to be very interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of, twists and turns, and maybe a little bit of, not maybe thriller, but maybe just sort of that, like, I don't know. When I think of the Coney Island Freak Show, I think there could be a creepy element to it, I guess, but I don't know. So, gotta get started on this. And that is what I have been reading this week. Sorry, I keep touching my microphone. So it's been a really good reading week, and I've gotten a lot of good reading done. But I also feel like I have to get going on some of these other books. So thank you for watching, and until next time, I will be reading.